Before I show you about Git, it might be a good idea to show you how you can actually compile and run Java programs straight from the command line, because it's kind of a cool thing to be able to do. So why don't you go into Eclipse and make some sample project. I've just made one called sample project. I've got a main class here, and let's just have it do something goofy. So we'll just print a bunch of numbers. So when I run it from within Eclipse, we get this. I could, of course, make it much larger. If you make it large enough, the Eclipse console, it seems like it's not actually displaying it. In any case, why don't you go ahead and make this, and then so pause the video and then come back in a second. Okay, here we are. We're back. So inside your terminal, why don't you navigate to your workspace folder? So my workspace folder is in the D drive, so I'll start by saying /D, and that's taking me to D. And then my workspace folder is inside David, Java Workspaces, I think 2016, nope, APCS 2016 examples. Here we are. All right, so I've now navigated in there. You could, of course, let's do this all again a little slower. So you could navigate one step at a time. So CD David, and then list. And then I'm thinking, okay, CD Java Workspaces, list. And now, which is my workspace? CD AP Computer Science 2016, examples. Okay, list. Okay, so here's all my projects. I see them. So why don't you go ahead and navigate inside whatever you named your project. So mine was called sample project. So the structure of Eclipse projects, you see two folders here. You see a folder called bin, which stands for binaries, and a folder called src, which stands for source code. You also see these files that start with a dot. Files that start with a dot are known as hidden files because notice if I just do a regular list, these dot files don't actually display. That's what the -a does, is it lists all the files, including the hidden ones. Usually, hidden files contain configuration information, so they're not important for you right now. Okay, so at the very beginning of the year, we talked about there being sort of a two-step process, compiling and then running. And we also talked about how Java doesn't really compile down to machine language. Java compiles to bytecode. So let's actually do that from the command line. Let's go into the source folder, so cd source, and then the Java compiler is called javac. If you just type javac dash, I think if we do dash version, yeah, it will tell us what version we have. So we've got the Java compiler 1.8.091. And if you type javac and then the name of the thing that you want to compile, main.java, cool, it didn't give me back any messages, and that means that it successfully compiled my code. So it compiled it right here. The destination is main.class. So this class file is the bytecode that your Java file compiled into. So you can run it also straight from the command line. And you use the Java command for that. So if I say Java main, there we go. Now I've run it, and you see it's outputted straight to the console. So you can run whatever Java programs you want this way. Let me show you one other thing you can do. Let's say I'm going to run Java main, but I don't want it to, and anything that it would have displayed on the console, like a system.out.println, instead I'm going to redirect the output. So if you have this kind of caret operator here, this greater than sign, and then I specify a file like out.txt, now anything that it would have displayed to the console will instead get redirected to the text file. So now if I list, you see there's a text file called out.txt, and we can look inside it. The more command will let you look inside a file, so more out.txt, and here you see down at the bottom it says 87% done. So there we go. So just a little something you can do on the command line. I think it's nice to get exposed to it a little bit. Okay, come back next time and we will really actually do some Git things.